the state's first responders often work in some of the most dangerous situations. 22 News State House reporter Alicia Machado explains what lawmakers are doing to give back to those who put themselves in harm's way.
Massachusetts lawmakers told 22 News that it's the state's job to take care of first responders that risk their lives for us every day. When firefighters and police officers arrive to an emergency scene, there's no telling what they'll encounter. A routine incident can quickly become a life-threatening situation.
Could be everything from the routine where a Massachusetts state trooper pulls over somebody on the highway and they're at risk. We've seen so many troopers that were injured or sometimes killed on the job.
State lawmakers initially passed a spending bill that would give a one-time benefit of $300,000 to families of public safety employees who were killed in the line of duty. This would double the benefit that the state currently provides, helping families to pay bills and fill the holes left by losing a primary breadwinner.
We have an obligation to make sure that the families of those who are out to protect us, who are killed in the line of duties, we have an obligation to support those families.
If the spending bill is approved, one Watertown firefighter's family will be the first to receive the benefit. Veteran firefighter Joseph Toscano was killed while battling a two-alarm fire in Watertown last week. He left a wife and 5 children. One firefighter told 22 News that it occurs to him every day that when he puts on his uniform, there's a chance he might not see his family again.
It's devastating to see that family, what they're going through, because it could be someday, it could be my family, it could be any one of us as family going through that.
The spending bill must be signed and approved by the governor in order to become law and make those funds available. At the State House in Boston, Alicia Machado for 22 News.